Okay. Yes. So children, see here, page number 100, we had started with the simple machines. Yes, simple machines are the one which will make your work easier and quicker. Okay. I had shown you. Okay. Mute everyone. Everyone, please mute. Yeah, I had shown you some of the simple machines in our regular classes. Okay, so simple machines are the one which have either the moving part or no moving parts. Okay, so here as you can see, I have shown you a scissor. Okay, what is this? Yeah, scissor. Okay, it has a moving part. Okay, it has a moving part. It can go far and come closer. Okay, whereas a fork is also a simple machine wherein it doesn't have any moving part. It acts as one complete solid unit. Okay, so here we will be studying some of the, yes, here we will be studying some of the simple machines. Okay, so please see page number 100, we have a lever. Okay, and in these simple machines, as we have seen that we have totally 6 types of simple machines. Can you name them? Correct. Yes. Yes. Lever, inclined plane. Yes. Wheel and yes. Children, please mute. The class will get disturbed. Wheel and axle and yes, and the last one is wedge. Okay, so today we will be studying about lever, inclined plane, wheel and axle, pulley, okay, water pulley, and the screw and wedge. This is the last part of force work and simple machine, okay, of this chapter. So here in these 6 simple machines, we will be looking after the lever. Okay, so what is lever? Lever is a one wherein we have a solid bar. Okay, yes children, please don't get distracted. Here we have a bar that rests on a support. With the help of that support, it is trying to lift the objects, which is making our work easier. Okay, so you might have seen in a lever we have totally how many parts? In a lever, 3 parts. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the fulcrum, yes, fulcrum, load and effort. Yes, fulcrum, load and effort. Fulcrum, which has been designated as F, load is been designated as L, and effort is as E. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is a fulcrum? We had done a small activity using a ruler, eraser, and a small box or a sharpener. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes. So, can you tell me, children, what is a fulcrum? Fulcrum is nothing but a support. Yes, it is a fixed part. It is a fixed point wherein we call it as a support. Okay. And what is the load? What is the load? Yeah, if you want to lift an object. Yeah, if you want to lift an object, then that object will be called as load. Correct? On which work is done. Okay, on which the work is done, that is known as load. And to lift that load, what work we are doing? The a lever. Lever is nothing but a small bar. In that bar, we are trying to lift the object. Now, as you can see, page number 101. Open to page number 101.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here we can see that yes, there is a small support. With the help of that support, the man is trying to lift a huge rock. Correct? Yes? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here he is taking the support of a small stone which is known as fulcrum. If that fulcrum is not there, can you lift the huge block easily?
No, ma'am.
No, he needs this support. With that support, what he is trying to do? He is trying to put the force and try to move, try to dislocate the load. Okay, so this is an fulcrum. Fulcrum is nothing but the support. The bar is called as a lever, and he is trying to put the force that is known as effort, and he is trying to move the huge block, huge rock, which is known as load. Clear? Okay. Yes. So the next one. Ruler is a lever. Ruler is a lever. Now here a small activity is there in the next part. We have done this in our class. Okay, so here this activity is nothing but, yes, if you take a small eraser and a scale, a ruler, okay, and side if you have a small box, it can be a pencil box or small even a sharpener box. If you want to lift it, how will you lift it? With the support, with the effort that you are going to put on the either side. Yes, please see.
Ma'am, what is meaning of effort?
Effort is nothing but the force that you are trying to exert. Now, if you want to put the force and lift an object, then that will be known as effort. Effort is nothing but the force that you are trying to put it on a lever. Okay. Now, please see here. Okay. Down. Ruler and a pencil box. Now here you are supposed to tell me what is a fulcrum, what is effort, and what is a lever, load. Okay?
Ma'am, eraser is a fulcrum, pencil box is a load.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Load, correct. Yes. Here, pencil box, you want to lift it. Okay? Pencil box, you want to lift it. You are trying to lift the pencil box. Pencil box will be load. Okay? Yes. And eraser. Yes. And where are you trying to put an effort? Children, 1 minute, listen to the question. Where you are putting the effort? Here or here? Ruler. Here. This here. Yes. Yes. At the end of the ruler on one side, you are trying to put the effort, wherein on the other side, the ruler is going to lift the pencil box. Okay? And down, what support you are taking? That support, which is an eraser, will be called as a fulcrum. Okay? So, please see, based on the position of an fulcrum, effort, and load. Based on these positions, we have lever in 3 types. We have 3 types of levers or 3 kinds of levers. First class lever, second class lever, and third class lever. Okay? Yes. Please see, in a first class lever, the fulcrum is in the center. You have to underline this sentence, which is very important. Page number 101. 101. Did you get?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
of these fulcrum load and effort, it is being, yes, it has been classified into three classes. The first is first class level. Yeah, I will tell. First class level. In the first class level, page number 101 here. Did you get?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Shlok, did you get?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please see.
Ma'am, we should underline.
Yes. You should underline. In first class level, the fulcrum is in the center. Did you get? Examples of the first class level. Yeah. Examples will include a seesaw. Yes. Please see. The first class level example, you can see that is an seesaw. Yes. Now you see, if you go to a playground, if you go to a garden, you can see that in a seesaw, where is the support? Where is the support? Where is the
When the
fulcrum?
fulcrum is in the center.
Yes. Yes. The fulcrum is in the center. Yes. If yes, correct. Now, if the person is sitting only on the one side, okay, and another person is trying to put the effort on the other side, you want to move the another person, a small boy sitting on a seesaw who is alone. Okay, you want to make him to play on a seesaw. Then what you will do? You will have to put the effort. Okay, the load is here on the other side. Correct? Then what you will do? Effort is being put on one side and fulcrum is in the center. So here you can remember the example of seesaw. Is it not? In seesaw we have a fulcrum which is in the center. Okay, and load and effort depends upon the position where the person is sitting and where the another person is trying to put an effort. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next one, yeah, claw hammer. Have you seen a claw hammer? Claw hammer.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is a claw hammer. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
claw hammer here. Yes, to remove a nail, okay, with the help of the support. Now here, this is the support. Can you see? This part is a support, and you want to put the, you want to remove a nail which has been fixed into a wooden part. As you see in a figure 10.21 here. Can you see? What is, yes, what is the person, what is the person doing over there? The person is trying to remove a nail from a wooden part. Correct? He's the fulcrum, the support has been fixed and is trying to lift the nail which has been fixed inside a wooden part. Okay? So one more example is claw hammer. This is a claw hammer. You might have seen in your home. Even a carpenter using it. Yes? Okay. Next. Yes. Next one is second class level. Children, please mute. Mute. Yes. The second one, in the second class level, the load is in a center. Please underline. In a second class level, where is the load?
In the center. The load is in the center.
Yes. So please see. Yeah. In second class level, the load is in the center. That you have to underline.
Underline.
Yes.
Underline.
Yes. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So in second class level, load is in the center. Can you see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mama, clearly.
Yeah, 1 minute. Load is in center. You have to underline this thing. Here you have to know about the nut cutter. Have you seen a nut cutter?
Yes. No, ma'am.
No? Yeah. In
I have seen in villages.
yes, even
I have
villages.
seen in villages.
Yeah, what they
I
do
have
is yes. Okay. Yes, yeah. Please wait, children, 1 minute. Here, what they do is the nut which has to be broken into a small pieces. This is a nut cutter. Okay. Here, they try to fix the nut in between. The load is in the center, and they try to put the effort on the other side. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So, nut cutter is an example. Nut cutter is an example of second class lever. Okay, because the load is in center, the load is nothing but here the nut which has been fixed in between the cracker. Okay, the nut will be broken into small pieces. Okay, it has been made into half, 1/4 and into small pieces. Okay, next one.
Mama, and then the first the left side.
Yes, yes. Okay. Please see. Also a bottle opener. Have you seen a bottle opener? Everyone might have seen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mami, that is
Yeah. Correct. Yes. So here, yeah, here the examples are nut cutter and bottle opener. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you have to be yes. So here in the nut cutter, the nut is fixed in the center. Okay, it is fixed in the center, and the effort is on the side. Okay, so please see. I have marked here. Can you see a nut cutter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the load is in the the load is in the center. Load is nothing but the nut, and you are trying to force. You are trying to put the effort on the other side. On this side, you are going to put the effort. Okay, so the opposite side wherein the nutcracker is fixed, that part is known as fulcrum. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please see the last one is third class level. Which is the next one? What? It comes in third class level, right? In a third class level. Okay. Please see in a third class level, underline the first two lines. The effort is in the center. Did you get? In a third class level, effort you are going to put it in the center. Load is at the extreme end. Page number 102. Page number 102. Okay. Yes. The effort is in the center. Load is at the extreme end. Yes. You might have seen this in your home. Pair of tongs. Seen? Yes. Yeah. Shreyas also has brought it. Yes. Everyone have in their home. Okay. Now here, what we do is, see here, the effort is in the center. We are going to, children, please mute. Mute. Gaurav. Yes, please see here the effort you are going to put is in the center. Now this is the, what is this? Which part? Very good. Yes, correct. It is fulcrum because the two pair, this two parts, it has been fixed at this end. Okay, so it is taking the support of this part. Okay, so here we call it as an fulcrum. This is what the effort that we are trying to put it, and here will be the load. Clear? Yes. If you want to pick anything, then it is possible. It is possible. Please see. Yes.
Someone is saying.
Yeah. Don't share the screen. Please see. I want to pick this cloth. Okay. What will I do? I will have to take this load here. Okay. Now you tell me. This is a fulcrum. What is here? What is this part? Effort. Yes, this part will be effort. I am trying to put the force at the center. The effort will be in center. The load will be at the end. Okay, one end we call it as a load. Here is the effort, and this part is the fulcrum. Okay. Yes.
Like this.
Yes. Okay. Correct. Did you understand what are pair of tongs?
Yes.
Yes. So whenever we are trying to pick any of the load, then load will be at the extreme end, effort is in the center, and fulcrum is on the other side of the object. Okay. Yes. The next one. Yes. A stapler. Even a stapler is an example of third class level. Yes, the load will be where? Yes, here is the fulcrum, and at between you are trying to put an effort, and the load will be at the other end. Correct? So even a stapler is an example of third class level. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
The next one is an inclined plane. The next part, second simple machine is an inclined plane. You might have gone to gardens, grounds, okay, and you might have played on a slide. How is a slide? Is it plain like this? Is it plain like this? No, it is like this upside down. Okay, it is a slant position. Clear? This slant position, yes, this slant position is called as an inclined plane. A plane which is been in a slopy area. Okay, how is a plane? It is in a slopy spot. Yes. Okay. So here, please see, an inclined plane is a flat surface that is raised at one end. Clear? How is the surface? It is been inclined, it has been raised on one side and the other side is down. Okay, you might have gone to the gardens and played slides. Next one. Yeah, even when you go to your home and if you find any of the slopy area, slopy road, even that road will be called as an inclined plane. Okay, and when you are cycling, yes, when you are cycling, you see that in an inclined plane, from top to bottom, from upside when you are coming down, you need not to paddle it more. It comes with its own force. The energy is already stored and it is coming down on its own. Okay, you need not to paddle it since it comes on its own. Next one is a screw. Have you seen a screw?
Yes.
Yes. How is a screw? How is a screw, children? Is it plain? Is it completely plain? No. Yes. Correct. Now see here. I brought one screw over here. Screw. Can you see? Yes. How is the screw? Is it plain? Is it plain here? No. It has the spiral windings. Okay. It has yes. It has a spiral winding. Okay. Now this will be called as a nut and bolt. Yes or no? And if I want to fix anything, then what I will do is I will try to keep one object and then try to fix it, and with an clockwise direction what I will do, I will try to fix the nut and bolt. I will have to rotate it. It will not go on its own. This fixing, because of the spiral windings, is known as screw. What it is known as? Screw. Okay. And you might have seen a nail. How is a nail? Nail to one, which we fix it into a wall. It is completely plain. Yes, very good. We don't have such spiral windings in a nail. Whereas in a screw, we have the spiral windings. Because of which, if you compare a nail and a screw has more holding capacity. The holding capacity in screw is more higher compared to a simple nail. Okay. Now answer my question. Yes. Now, why is a screw more effective than a nail? Answer me.
And because of this spiral winding,
Yes.
Yes. Screw.
Yeah. And you cannot take it out very easily because of the spiral windings. You cannot take the screw easily, whereas a nail can be brought out very easy. Yes. Yeah, with the help of screwdriver. Okay. The next one is wedge. The next simple machine is a wedge. You all have done the activity. All have done a model of wedge. Can you show me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, it's okay. Yes. Yeah, very good. Some of you have done the axe. Okay, axe wherein a farmer uses to break a big wooden log into two separate. Okay. Yes. A knife. Yes, very good. Okay. Yes. Please underline the first two lines of wedge. Yes. Okay. A wedge is a piece of material that narrows into a thin edge. Yes, please see. Yeah, even a fork is an example of wedge. Yes or no? Fork is an example of wedge because as you see, the thickness goes on reducing and it becomes narrow at the end, so that you can separate the things and pierce into the object, into the food material and put it into your mouth. It becomes more easy. It becomes narrow as you go down. Yes, even an axe. Yes, even a fork. Knife. Yes, even a knife. Correct? Yes, yes. Okay. So children, wedge is nothing but what?
Does a hole is a wedge?
Hole?
Home and hole. H-O-E.
Huh. Is a wedge?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. We swing an axe into a log of wood to separate the log part. What does an woodcutter do? He uses an axe to get it cut and make it into separate parts. A big wooden log, what does he do? Does he take a simple knife and a cutter? No, he will have to take an axe, he will have to pierce it, and then it will be slowly separated into different parts. Okay. Next one, a fork. Do you use a fork to eat or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Even a fork is an example of wedge, wherein you cut the things, you make the things apart. The things are getting apart. Okay. A knife. Okay. Don't play with a knife. The knife is used only to cut the vegetables, fruits. Okay. It has been used by the elders. Don't play with a knife. Don't play with any sharp objects. Okay? Yes. Then the next one is pulley. Have you seen a water pulley? Have you seen a water pulley? Yes. How is it, children? Yes. How is it? Can you see this?
Water pulley.
Yes, water pulley wherein we have a wheel. Yes, we have a wheel, okay, and an axle. Okay, to connect these wheels, the axle is a rod which is passing between the wheel. Okay, these wheels are there, and we have a rope. What is this? It is a rope. Correct? Water pulley we use to draw water from the well. Okay, wherein one end of the rope is fixed to the load. Okay, the bucket is being sent inside a well. Okay, until it gets filled, we try to tilt it. Okay, once the bucket is filled, we try to pull the rope on the other side. Okay, initially we push the rope. This is called the pushing. And once the bucket is filled, we will try to pull the bucket out. Okay, so the load is yes, the load is on one side, whereas the effort is on the other side. Correct? Initially we push it, and once the bucket is filled, we try to lift it. Okay, this is
very heavy to pull.
Yeah, depending upon the load. If you take very big pot, it becomes very heavy to. Yes. Okay, depending upon your age, depending upon your capacity, with the help of elders only you are supposed to do it, but don't do it alone. Okay, next.
Ma'am, we will fall in the well, ma'am, if we do it alone.
Yes, due to the load.
Because of the load will fall.
Yes, the load will tell that no, you are not able to carry me out, so even you will be dragged inside. So never do it alone, not in this age at least. Okay, don't do it until and unless any elders are there with you. Okay, the next one is wheel and axle. The same activity you all have done. You all have done. Yes, the model of toy car. Yes. Yes. A toy car. You see a toy car wherein we have a wheel and axle. Sai Prasad, sit straight. Yes, a movable toy car which you all had done a activity, a model of movable toy car. Correct? Here, the main intention was for you people to know what is an wheel and an axle. Correct? A wheel and axle. Okay, wheels, between the wheels a rod is being passed between the wheels to connect two different wheels. Okay, and to make the coordination between the wheels. Have you seen a car with a steering? Have you seen a car?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, a driver, what he does is when he takes to the right, when he turns the steering wheel to the right, okay, all the wheels also turn to the right. Yes or no? When you turn to right, does it go to the left?
No, ma'am.
No. Even the in what direction force, in which direction you are trying to put the force, in the same direction, even the vehicle is moving, because the wheels are being attached with the help of a rod. That rod is known as an axle, and these are the wheels. Wheel and axle. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Even in the case of a cycle, when you pedal, there is a rod which is connecting between two different pedals. Yes or no? When you pedal, what happens? There is a rod which is connecting between the two pedals. That rod which is in L-shape rod is known as what it is known as? Crank. C-R-A-N-K. Here there is a word which has been used as crank. Yes or no? Which has been shaded with an yellow color. Did you get?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So here we have a crank. Crank is nothing but what? Just try to imagine an cycle. Cycle which is in L shape of rod, and side we have the pedals. Okay, and also a door knob which you have in a rotating positions. Okay, you have a knob between the door knobs. Yes, door knobs. Please mute everyone. Yes, please mute. You have a door knob wherein you have two different wheels, inside and outside. Okay, and inside you have a knob, and even outside. If you want to open, you will have to rotate it. You will have to rotate it, and there is a small rod which is connecting two different wheels. Even the door knobs have wheel and axle.
Mom, but here, like this.
Sure. Yes, yes, same things. Okay, door knobs wherein we have the wheels and a small rod which is connecting between the wheels, which is running between the wheels. And when you open the rod, you see a small rectangular rod which comes out. If you close, it goes inside the door. Okay, that is the door knobs which have wheel and exit. Okay, yes. Yeah. So today you will be reading out the lesson number 10, force, energy and simple machines. Okay. Then I will be asking you the questions. I'll be writing the questions on the board. You will have to answer and read paragraph wise so that it becomes easy for you to answer in the exams. Okay. So in the upcoming exams, you will have to read the paragraph and answer the following questions from the passage. Comprehension reading. Okay. Will you do it?